earlier today, the National Planning Minister, Trevor Manuel, addressed the media following last week's State of the Nation address by President Jacob Zuma. The briefing focused on implementation of the National Development Plan while highlighting obstacles to the country's growth. The plan will shape resource allocation over the next 17 years and supports government's intention to shift resources toward investment that grows the economy.
This country hasn't been short of financial resources to do things. We would say is that you don't always get an adequate return on the money we spend. And you can't just talk of programs on top of. And I think that performance monitoring and evaluation has undertaken the job with the Treasury to ensure that it's not just additional resources. It's about changing the way in which resources are utilized, because there is a fiscal constraint that is kicking in that says that you can't just get money when you ask for it, and there will have to be trade-off structure.
Now, while focusing on implementation of the National Development Plan, the briefing highlighted some of the obstacles to the country's growth. A key obstacle identified was the lack of skills. And while the plan emphasized that capacity building is an ongoing process, it recognizes the need to strengthen the country's education system.
I just want to draw attention to the scale of the problem as I perceive it. We had 527,000 young people past grade 12 having sat the 2012 examinations. If we're lucky, about 80,000 of them are going to find their way into further or higher education. That leaves something in the order of 450,000 young people, aged between 17 and 20, who are looking for things to do. And they get added to the previous year's remainder, if you wish. And that is the scale of the problem. It's not a uniquely South African problem, but it's one that requires very particular South African solutions. In dealing with these issues, you will have to structure certain trade-offs. I read just a few days ago that the new Mexican president has made a big commitment to the upgrading of teacher remuneration and circumstance. But in exchange, he's managed to secure external evaluation of teachers. Now, the challenge that confronts us is not a uniquely South African problem. Sure, it has particular features in this country, but it's not a uniquely South African challenge. And I think that the way in which that compact in education will be revealed in Mexico might hold out certain opportunities for us to look at these issues differently.